Good morning, good morning. So, I am here in the kitchen because the dogs miss me when I'm on the other end of the house. Not sure if I'm missing them much. Guys, there's plenty of places for you to go. The whole reason that I am in the family room kitchen is because the dogs get all weepy when I'm not in the same room as them, but good gravy. Guys, you don't have to love me so much. No, you do not have to love me so much. Yeah, toys too? All right, there you go. Let's see how yoga will be with these mooses. Are you mooses? It's really just moose, but you guys can be mooses, right? So good morning, good morning. Celeste is here. David Palacios, good morning. Check in with me and let me know how your bodies are doing. Good morning, Becky. I see my shoes not here. My shoes over here. That way you won't mess with them. All right. I'm being swarmed. Why don't you come over here? Thank you. Phew. I didn't know we were going to have this much love and fellowship this morning. Good morning. It's Wednesday, I think. Yes, Memorial Day has me thrown off. So it's Wednesday. Happy hump day. Good morning, Petra. This should be very interesting dog class. I know, right? Okay, are we good now? You guys are going to get bored with me in a little while. I smell like breakfast. Doc is a little grumpy. How are you? I am well, thank you. All right. Everybody's checking in. Come on over here. Guys, really? Can we not do that, please? The entertainment is just endless. All right. Stop it. We're getting caught up. We're going to find some coffee. You know when you think you have a good idea, and it is not. It's a cool thing about all this is real world stuff that happens, and we don't see those little perfect made up videos that have been edited. And they saw the tripod and they freaked out. Yeah, guys, avoid the tripod. Oh, Alicia, good morning, Frank, good morning. These beautiful beings are why I am house sitting, because I'm taking care of the dogs when my friend is gone for the week, for Memorial Day week. And go that way. So I'm taking care of them. And they were all quiet and passive and sitting in their beds until I hit play. I guess the thing is that I sat on the floor, and sitting on the floor must mean playtime. Oh, Daisy gets it. She's barking at them like, dude, leave her alone. Good morning, Barbara. I went to the post office yesterday and I bought the service dogs and military dog stamps because the letter that you sent me had the stamp on it. I went and got some because they were so cool. Thank you. I'm glad everybody's saying good morning. I love that part. It's my favorite part. So, when I start moving around, hopefully they will lay down because I will be old news by then. So we're working on that countdown to getting back into the studio Unity. So I've been back and forth with Yoga Alliance, Unity, come up with a plan of action that's best for us. And then I am always open for ideas and suggestions, and we'll make this process as fluid and organic as possible. But the normal schedule is back on next week. So we're gonna have Tuesday morning, 8:30, Tuesday night, 7 p.m., Wednesdays, 10 a.m., same thing on Thursday, 8:30 and 7 p.m. It's doggone Waggy Wednesday. That would be a true statement. Are we friends like that? Okay. See, they are not Parker. Parker would go, okay. Roscoe went and laid down. So Gunner will go lay down soon, especially when I ignore him. Good morning, Molly. Good morning, Jesse. All right. So it is 9:02. Let's see if we can start finding some. I love Waggy Wednesday, right? Let's see if we can figure out what we're going to do here. What do you think? Yeah, I know, Sweet Pea. I know. Can we do that later? Can we? Okay. They smell Parker because I've already gone to my house and made sure Parker got out and was fed. And yeah, that was fun. I tried to introduce them all. That did not go well. So this little chunky butt is Daisy, and those are both English setters, but there's one that's really skinny and mostly white. His name is Gunner, and the one that's got all the polka dots, like how a Dalmatian would be, his name is Roscoe. They did have another pug that recently passed, well, a couple years ago. His name was Enos because they love the Dukes of Hazzard. That's why there's Daisy and Roscoe, and there was Enos, and I don't know where Gunner came from, but that's the three. Daisy, Gunner, Roscoe. And they are lots of fun. Okay. Glad everybody is here and checking in. Love Waggy Wednesday. Maybe that's what we need to do is wag our tails and down dog. All right. Let's get this party started, because I think the more I start to move, the more that they will just realize it's a lost cause and go away. I'm doing pretty good. I slept like a rock, finally. I'm having not so great sleep. Not because I'm not at home, because this house is obviously beautiful and the bed is comfortable. It's just getting to that age of menopause, and there's a little bit of insomnia, and I'm normally a good sleeper. But also I've kind of been working really hard on getting everything to be amazing for you guys when you go back in the studio, and I'll lay in bed and wonder, what did I forget? So that's probably most of it. All right, miss you. No one can align my back like you can. That makes me happy. All right, good morning, Norma Mary. All right, so we're going to get some kitchen yoga going because I'm in the kitchen. But this is the side of the house that the dogs stay in. And when I'm over here, they're happier. So I'm happier too, to be honest. Good morning, Vicki. So let's get started by setting our intention. What's our intention for our practice? Maybe you want to go a little above the practice. What's your intention for your life? Maybe this is where you set your wants, your likes, your dislikes, your wants, your don't wants. You find that intention. You set it. You find your breath. And then you're like, yes, I've got this. We check in with the body and find out how the body's feeling. That's the physical body. Check in with the mental body. Maybe you're a little bit of a scattered mess this morning. And you check in with your emotional body. And then we're going to start that practice. We're going to open the eyes, lace the fingers together, pressing out, lifting up. Nice big stretch. And twisting to the right. Tall spine. You're going to let that left shoulder come down. Right hand comes up. Nice big stretch here. God, nobody wants to see your high knee. Why don't you go lay down? I don't want to see your high knee either. 3, 4, 5. Slowly we're going to come up. Now when we come up, we're turning the heart towards the right knee and we're laying down. Lengthen those arms out. Nice big stretch to the left side of the body. Where's your breath? Lifting pelvic floor, pulling the navel in. And slowly we want to come back up. We're going to turn to the left. We're going to lift up and twist. So that right hand is on the knee, left hand is behind. Use that back hand behind you as like a second spine as you elongate through the crown of the head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let that right shoulder slowly sinking down. Left hand comes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly we're going to come back up. Turn the heart towards the knee and leaning forward. Good morning, Katie Bug. Good morning, Joelle. Good morning, Mom. Nice long stretches here. 3, 4, 5. Slowly, we're going to come back up. And then we're going to change the cross of the legs. Once we change the crosses of those legs, we're going to let that right arm come down. We're going to let the right arm come down. And lengthen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let that hand come up. We're going to bend at the elbows and twist that elbow through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to unwind and lengthen and come back up. Left arm comes down. Right arm reaches. Nice big stretch, opening through side body. Get that right hip down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right hand comes up. We're going to bend at that elbow, twist it through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to unwind and lengthen. And slowly, we come back up. We're going to roll the shoulders back, looking up. Slowly, we come forward, hands come up. Hands come down as we come up, backs of those hands come together, rolling back body. And gently release. You guys are doing good. I'm talking about the dogs, but you guys too. Menopause vitamins. Thanks for that. I know, right? They're not going to leave me alone. But that's okay, because I love them. Now, from here, we're going to do nice big circles. They each have a toy now, so maybe that'll work, except they're fighting for the toy. And the funny thing is that this one, Daisy, she has a toy, but she'll go to sleep with it in her mouth, which is really funny because she's afraid that even in her sleep they will steal it. And change directions. And we get to the front and inhale it back up. Nicely done. Now, from here, we're going to just cross those legs tighter. So if you find that steer post is kind of difficult, you can extend a leg out. We're just going to cross this up. All we're going to do the first time is just try to stretch through so that we can open the hip. So we're going to bend at the hip crease, leaning forward, extending through the crown of the head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly come back up. So now we're going to add the arms and turn this steer pose into cow face pose. My right knee is on the top. So I'm going to let the right arm come over like I'm going to pat myself on the back. I'm going to allow the left hand to rotate behind, lacing the fingers together. So the elbow's really tight into the head. That arm is turned underneath the body. Nice big stretch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to start to rotate forward. And the arm that's behind you is really going to feel the work. 1, 2. Thank you, buddy. 3, 4, 5. Slowly we're going to come back up. We're going to release those arms out, but you're really going to have to take the time to work through that shoulder. Because it's been behind you, it might be a little cranky. And then we're going to switch legs. So we're just going to flip over to the other side. You're going to tuck them in a little bit. Now, in the first time, we're going to do just the forward folding. And remember, if this looks more like this, maybe you need that bottom leg to go straight. But if you can stack them pretty close, we're just going to lean forward. I like to put my hands on my feet so that they don't slide. And lean. So I'm folding at the hip crease and extending through the crown of the head. 1, 2, 3, hey buddy, 4, 5. Slowly we come back up. Now, my left leg is on the top. So I'm going to let that left arm travel over. I'm going to let the right arm come behind. And I'm going to try to grab those fingers. And once I grab the fingers, I'm really going to feel that rotation in the back arm. And then come forward. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly coming back up. Gently release. And you need to take your time with that arm. Rotating that out. Feeling that work a little bit. Should feel pretty darn good. So from there, we're going to see if maybe we can bring those legs back in. And we're going to come into easy sit. So by easy sit, this leg is not crossed over this leg. They're both just sitting on the floor equally. We're going to extend those palms out. We're going to allow the pinky fingers to come down. We're going to feel that work through the shoulders. Where's your breathing today? Nice, slow, steady, ujjayi type of breathing where you make that sound through the glottis, like sound like a scuba diver. Inhaling and exhaling, Darth Vader, if you like Star Wars. Pinkies up, middle finger, or ring finger comes down. Tall spine. 2, smiling, that really makes a difference. 3, 4, 5. Lift those fingers, middle finger comes down. You're gonna start to feel those shoulders be really crabby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna let that finger come up. Index finger comes down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ow! 5. Thumbs come up. 3, 4, 5. We're going to put those thumbs inside the hand. Pull the wrists down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that was a lot of work. Bring those arms down and rest. Whoo-wee. Right ear, right shoulder, rest it out. Left ear, left shoulder, rest it out. Back to the center. We're going to pull those knees in and grab them and hug them in. Feel your lower back release as you pull those knees in. And then gently release. We're going to drop those knees over to the left. Tall spine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to bring those knees up and switch to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to bring those knees up and extend those legs out. And we're going to see if we can lean forward. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. See if you can sink a little more. And 5. Nice work through those legs. Slowly coming up. Now we're going to let those hands come behind. Fingertips facing towards the glutes. You're going to point those toes and lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the booty comes right back down as we lean forward. Oh, I know. I smile constantly, cracking me up. And come on up. Right leg comes across. Now, we're not going to bring it all the way forward and lean forward because we kind of took care of that stretch already in steer pose. But we are going to get the twist in. So we're going to put that right foot next to the left knee. We're going to sit up really tall. And we're going to start to rotate to the right. Now, the pelvis stays stationary. We start working one vertebra at a time all the way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the center. Grab the foot and rock it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you, buddy. And 5. All right, move it just a little bit for me. We're going to put that right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Now from there, we're going to turn the torso towards right knee and then slowly let the body lean to the side. Now maybe you leave the hand up and allow that arm to push you down, or maybe you reach over towards foot. Okay. Thank you. 2, 3, 4, 5. Legitimately, this is the most attention you guys have given me in like 8 months. What the heck? And lean forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, feels so good. You're pushing right hip back as you're elongating through the crown of the head And 5. Nicely done. No back flipping here. We're going to take that right foot, place it on the thigh, lift that left knee. Nice big stretch. Maybe that right knee comes down for you. Maybe you're able to open through side body, through the rib cage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release. We're going to extend those legs out, and we're just going to bounce them out. Nice work. So again, on this side, we're not going to do the crossover because we did that in steer pose, but we're going to bring it over enough that we can do our twist. So we have that foot anchored. We're going to rotate to the left. Nice tall spine, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From there, we're going to come back to the center, grab that foot, rock it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to take that foot and we're going to place it on the inside of the thigh. We're going to turn the heart towards the knee and see if we can move laterally over towards the leg. Left arm comes up. Nice tall spine here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to turn the heart towards the right knee, lengthen forward, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on! Guys, do you need to go get in your bed? Oh. Stop it. I have a feeling that's what's going to have to happen. All right, guys, come on. Come on. Come on. You too, Daisy. In you go. What good babies. Okay, we're alone. God bless them. And we're going to turn and lay down. We're going to pull those knees in and a nice little rock from side to side. Arms come out to the side, drop the knees over to the left, nice big rotation. Lots of work here through side body. We're going to see if we can kick that right foot out and put it in the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gently release. Bring those knees back up. Drop those knees over to the right. Nice rotation. Feel that work all through side body. We want to get into the outside of the hip. We're going to extend that leg out into right hand. You might have a little tenderness if you were practicing with me yesterday where we worked through external rotation. 3, 4, 5. We're going to gently release that out. So from here, we're going to try to see if we can leave those knees over the tops of the hips. And we're going to take those ankles and we're going to lift them. So we want to try to make a 90-degree here. So we can put those hands down, maybe even grab the mat if you feel like you need more security as you try to push your back down. And we're going to make big circles. Nicely done. Just like this. Try to keep your lower back down. Try to keep those knees over the hips. When we get to the bottom, we're going to change direction. Nicely done. And the next time you make it up, we're going to now do circles with our knees. So we're going to pull them in so they go to the right, to the chest, to the left. We're going to see if we can kind of extend them out some, and you can even leave the knees bent a little. Nice rotation. Out and back. And out and back. time. Out and back. Let's change the direction now. Really big rotation. I'm hanging onto the mat, and that's just helping me keep my lower back on the floor, keeping that lower back safe, activating abdominals to really make those legs kicking out work for me. And then I pull those knees in and I keep them here. I'm going to pull them in, but I'm going to make that stretch even more. I'm going to cross at the knees, pull the knees in, slide down, grab an ankle, slide down on this side, grab an ankle, pull down and up. Sometimes it's called a whale's tail, but if you look, this is that same steer pose that we did earlier. So I like to call it reclined steer pose so that you can kind of see that it's that same shape. We're just changing where we are in space. Let's see if we can change the cross of those legs here. Pull those ankles down and up. Feel that lower back stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and gently release. Pull those knees in, feel that lower back stretch. Now, from here, happy baby pose. Pulling those knees down towards the floor. We feel those hips rotate. We're going to see if we can take this right hand and this right foot, pull it in towards your chin. You're going to feel that work in the hip. You might even really feel the work that you did yesterday here by doing this pose. We're going to kick that right leg out. Now keep in mind, my left one is still in that same place. We're going to bring that leg in. We're going to let that left ankle come towards chin. And then release it out and let it come out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to bring that knee and foot back in. Pull those knees in. Nice hug here. Maybe a little rock for you. Put the bottoms of the feet flat on the floor. Now again, we want to release those hips. So maybe it's a little windshield wiper to work through the hips. 3, 4, 5. We're going to bring those feet in so that they're parallel. We're going to press down through those feet and lift up. Nice tall spine. 1, 2, 3. Keep those legs parallel. 4, 5. Slowly rolling back down. Now we can pull those knees in, cross and roll up onto our booties or roll to the side. We're going to come up. We're going to do a little core because we haven't been working on that. Mimi, good morning. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Aunt Mimi. Happy birthday to you. How often does somebody sing live? I know, right? You guys are laughing at me with the dogs. Good morning, Miss Christy. All right, so we're going to do a little core work. So we're going to bring those feet up. Arms are out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to put those palms together. Turn to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands come back out. And we're going to see if we can bring those hands in. Turn to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the center. See if maybe you can straighten those legs. Woo! Roll down on my booty. See, it happens to me too. And 3, 4, 5. And cross those legs in and come right on back. What are you saying? Party. Yeah, the dog party. You are absolutely right. We're going to inhale up and down. Inhale up and down. Last time, we're going to inhale up and down. So we're going to come into that neutral spine. We're going to bring that left knee in just a bit. And we're going to bring that right leg out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Extend that leg behind, nice big stretch. Lifting that heel, trying not to hike the hip. And we're going to put that leg down. Let's see if we can move to the other side. Bring that knee out. 1. Looking at that knee, get some work. 3. Where's your breathing? 4. 5. Extend that leg out behind you so you're activating through glute. Really push back through your heel. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to put that knee down. Child's pose, stretching out your lower back, lengthening through those fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to inhale up. Nice big stretch. Oh, yes. Come out into those goalpost arms, opening through the chest, through the heart, pushing forward through the hips. If your lower back feels kind of wonky, bring your hands here. Don't worry about the arms. But if you're good, you can do both. 3, 4, 5. We're going to let those hands come back down, pulling those hips back. We're looking at the floor so that the neck has a break. And then we're going to bring it all the way down. We're going to extend those arms out. We're going to lengthen through the spine. We're going to inhale up into table. From table, knees, chest, and chin are chaturanga. Belly comes down, softening those legs. We're going to lift the chest up, opening through the heart. 2, 3, 4, 5. And let that chest come right back down. We're going to press from table to down dog, bending and stretching. Feel that work. We feel those calves stretch. Maybe your ankles get some little pops and cracks. Toes, work through that. Try not to shrug the shoulders. Try to elongate through the spine. Filling in lower back. Nice long body here. 3, 4, 5. We look forward. We're going to step forward. Fingertips flat back. Forward folding and inhale all the way up. Hands come down. Release it out. Yay! We made it to our feet. I didn't know I was going to. God, I love those dogs. They make me laugh every time. So we're going to come to the front of the mat. We're going to take a second. Find our breath. Maybe it's an ujjayi breath for you. And inhale up. Exhaling, forward folding. Fingertips flat back. Forward fold. We're going to soften those knees, extend that right foot. We're going to ground that right foot. We're going to cartwheel up into warrior 2. Sinking it down. You can stay here if you need help breathing. Maybe you come into that prana mudra. Maybe you don't want to. Maybe your shoulders are bothering you. So maybe as you're in warrior 2 here, you work on that rotation. You have lots of different options because it's a personal practice. 3, 4, 5. So we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to bring left toes in. Turn right toes out. Lift up into warrior 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now from there, we're going to slowly come forward. We're going to put those hands down. We're going to start to straighten that right leg. And see if we can let that right arm come up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's your breath? Lift that pelvic floor. Feel grounded through those feet. 5. We let that top hand come down. We bend that right knee. We're going to slowly press up, but we're going to turn to the left and come into our wide angle. So while we're here in our wide angle, we're going to allow ourselves to fold forward, putting our hands on the floor. So we're going to come forward, put those hands on the floor, let the head hang. Shake the head, no. Shake the head, yes. Really stretching it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and slowly coming up. Now, from here, we're going to turn those left toes to the left. We're going to bend the knees enough to put those fingertips down, come to the ball of right foot. And good morning, Brian. And step back into plank. Now, from plank, knees just in chin or chaturanga, upward dog or cobra, downward dog. We're going to bend and stretch here. Bend and stretch. We're going to let that right leg come forward, grounding that back foot. Now from here, we're going to cartwheel up into warrior 2. Now remember, once we get into this warrior 2, we have options. Prana mudra to help us breathe. Maybe you're rotating your palms back and forth, working on the rotation in your rotor cuff. 3, 4, we're pressing down through those feet. Remember, right knee goes right. 5. We're going to turn those right toes in, left toes out, and come up into warrior 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands slowly come down. Right hand is down. We're going to rotate. Let that left arm come up. 1. See if you can straighten that left leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let that top hand come down. Press to come up. We're going to turn to the right. Now we're back into this wide angle. We're going to see if we can lean forward, excuse my bottom, and come forward and stretch. Lengthening out. Arms are parallel, palms are flat. Pulling through. 1, 2, 3. Where's your breathing? Feel connected through the feet. You're trying to press down and out. So as you slide, you activate the muscles through that side body. 3, 4, 5. We're going to slowly come back up. We're going to rotate to the right. Now, after we rotate to the right, we're going to bend that front knee so we can place the hands down. Come to the ball of left foot so that we can step forward. Fingertips flat back. Forward fold. And inhale up. And back down. Brian, you're so funny. He knows I have this thing where people say, I hurt my rotator cuff. I'm like, your rotor what? You mean your rotator cuff? C-U-F-F? Not C-U-P-P? It's just a thing. Everybody has a thing, like potato, potato, tomato, tomato, and that's it, and he knows it, so he's pushing my buttons. So good for him. You came in late. You missed the stampede, the rodeo, the dog rodeo we had a little earlier. I had to put them up because, you know, too much fun. And inhaling up. Exhaling, forward fold. Fingertips flat back. Forward folding, looking at those knees. We're going to walk those hands to the right. Good morning, Heather. And to the left. And back to the center. Now from here, we're going to bend the knee. We're going to send that right foot back. We're going to ground that right foot. We're going to cartwheel up into warrior two, but now we're going to go into that reverse warrior. Let that hand come up. So we're opening through side body, but we're keeping that front knee bent. Opening through the heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to make this dramatic change. So this is all opening. Now we're going to close this off. We're going to let left hand come down until it comes to the floor. Now, once it gets to the floor, we're going to see if we can bend the elbow and let your right shoulder, or excuse me, your left shoulder come to your left knee. That might not happen, but that's the part we want to look for. And we're not sticking our booties out like this for it to happen. We want to bring the hips forward, let that left shoulder press into left knee so that we really feel that opening. And if you can, we're going to let that left hand come under. Nice big stretch. I wish you were here to celebrate with me too. That would be awesome. I love you, Mimi. Happy birthday. Baruska. Neva. Yay, good morning everyone. And then from here, we're going to gently release. Now when we release, we're going to put the right hand down here, left one on the other side, and see if we can straighten for pyramid. And your left hip is already going to be cranky. It is so going to be no bueno. So you do what you can, because you're pretty deep, and we didn't give it a chance to rest in between deep and deeper. We're going to slowly bend that knee, press through that foot. We're going to rotate all the way to the back of the mat. Now, this is where if you have a sensitive knee, you want to pull a blanket over, a jacket, in my case, a plushy dog toy, and put it under your knee. So we're turning this way. We're going to put the hands down. We go ahead and come to the ball of the foot, sit that knee down. We lift up, opening through the front of the hip, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let those hands come right back down. Now from here, when the hands are down, we're going to slowly lift that leg back up. From there, we're going to ground that foot. We're going to slowly come up, rotate to the front of the mat. Hands come down. Ball of the foot, step back. I know your brain is like, what the heck? Knees, chest, and chin or chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. Downward dog. The reason, and that's all part of the flow. Moving out of things that are not our comfort zone so we just don't get in habits. But whenever we're doing some things facing the back of the mat, when we're used to the front of the mat, we have to pay attention more. And there's a place in the front of the brain called the prefrontal cortex. And that is really a brain plasticity, right? That resilience of brain where we have to kind of respond and change and move into new things. And by changing up your routine, that's going to keep that neuroplasticity. Right leg comes forward. Cartwheel all the way up. Warrior two. Now from here, come right up into reverse warrior. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let that right hand come down. And then see if maybe that right elbow will bend and we can get that right shoulder to press in against right knee. Left hip pushes forward. So it's really nice and deep in that hip. Maybe you can reach through and bind. 2, 3, 4, 5. And from there we can gently release and put those hands down and straighten for pyramid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We bend the knee, slowly we come up. We're going to rotate to the back of the mat. and we're going to lunge. Now from that lunge, we're going to put those hands down. We're going to come to the ball of that foot. We're going to sit that right knee down. Slowly we're going to come up. Feel the front of that hip stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to allow those hands to come right back down. Lift that knee, grounding that foot so you have stability. Come right on up. Rotate back to the front, so right toes go out. Bend the knees, so good for your feet by doing this. Come to the ball of that left foot. We're going to step forward, fingertips flat back, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Hands come down. How are you guys feeling? We're doing pretty good, right? Everybody's body, I'm checking in. Oh, okay. Well, maybe you can get your computer fixed. That's a wonderful birthday present for you, is getting your computer fixed. All right, so those are some nice combinations that we've done. We're going to do some more. Oh, my goodness. But we're going to do balancing combinations. So we want to feel connected down through those feet. And we've done some balancing combinations before. But let's see if we can add in a couple. Just a couple at a time. Not like 10, like when we're doing our balancing series. Not that many. We're going to start with that left foot. Heel, ball, toes. We're going to lift those toes and lower the toes. And we feel the 4 points of the foot connecting to the floor. We're going to shift the weight until all the weight is in that left leg. And this is where you decide whether you're going to need to grab the wall or grab a chair, all of which are fine. We're going to rotate that knee out. We talked about that yesterday, that external rotation. The glute has to contract for that rotation to happen. And that also means that the muscles on the inside have to lengthen. So we're going to slowly try to bring that leg up. Maybe it's to the shin, maybe it's to the thigh, just not on your knee because your knee doesn't bend that direction, right? So we don't want to put weight on it and force it to go in a direction it doesn't move. So we're going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now from here we're going to release. We're going to put left hand on left hip, right hand on right knee, and we're going to let that foot come away. So we kind of look like we're in the front of a Captain Morgan's bottle, right? We're opening through here. 1, 2, 3. We feel that work in the hip. 4, 5. We're going to bring that knee back in. So there's a tuck that happens here. You have to kind of push the hips back so that you can get the pelvis to be under. Nice tall spine. We'll still have focused breathing, lifting pelvic floor. We're going to turn this into stork. So we let the right hand float up and left hand reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we slowly come down. We walk it out. And I know that you can completely feel that in your leg. So maybe you take the back of the foot and just stretch it out. Nice work. Calves get kind of cranky too. All right, let's see if we can do the other side. Other side, right foot. Heel, ball, toes. Put the weight in. We feel that work. So maybe we have this external rotation. We feel that work in the glute, right? Maybe we bring that foot up. Maybe we reach down, grab the foot, and we put it in the thigh. And we're grabbing a wall, a chair, or spouse, or significant other, whoever. Find your center. Lift pelvic floor, pull navel in, really tall through the spine, find your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to let that right hand come to the hip. We're going to reach down with the left hand. We're going to grab that knee and pull it out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to rotate it back forward. Now remember, there's this tuck, and that tuck is trying to pull the pelvis underneath the shoulders. We're activating through psoas, so there's that lift in the pelvic floor, pulling the navel in. Left hand lifts, right arm reaches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left hand down, right hand down. Walk it out. Holy guacamole, right? We're going to stretch through the top of that right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release it out. Nicely done. We're nice and strong, checking into that time. So we're going to slowly start to lower down. But I feel like the dogs, I don't want them to feel like they were punished for playing. So I'm going to let them back out. We're going to make our way to the ground into a squat. You think you can control yourselves now? You guys just want to go out? No biting. Want to go out? Let's just go out. I know. You guys just want to play. Let's go. One and 2. All right. Let's get into our squat. Daisy, you want to come practice with me? She's going to check all the bowls to see if there's any food first, just in case those big gigantors would not eat all their food. And then slowly we're going to sit down on our booties. Put the bottoms of the feet together, leaning forward, stretching out the hips. Hey, Pumpkin Pie. Did they eat all their food? Did they? Thank you for that. Thank you. That feel good? All right. Now, from here, we're going to pull those booties right on in. And the knees come in. There's a little rock on the back body. I'm going to let those knees come over to the left. Nice rotation. Feeling that work. And bring the knees up, over to the right. And up. Nice work. We're going to grab one last time. Happy baby here. Now we want to just smooth out those abdominals a little. So we're going to release, bring those legs up. Arms come out to the side. Palms are down. We're going to bring those legs over to the left. Now all the weight's coming down into left hip. Right one floats up off the floor. And we just kind of hang out here, feeling that work. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And bring those legs over to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to bring those legs back in. We're going to let that right leg come down to a 45. Hands are on the back of the head. We're going to roll to the left and down and towards right toes and down. That's 1. Rotate to left and down to right toes and down. That's 2. To the left and down and to right toes and down. That's 3. To the left and down to right toes and down. That's 4. To the left and down and to right toes and down. That's 5. We're going to pull that right leg up. Left leg comes down at 45. We're going to roll to right and down. To left toes and down. That's one. To the right and down. To left toes and down. That's two. To the right and down. To left toes and down. That's three. To the right and down. And to the left toes and down. That's four. To the right and down. To those toes and down. Holy guacamole. Bring that leg up. Pull those knees in. Let those feet come to the floor. Windshield wiper. Stretch it out. And then from there, maybe if you'd like one last posture, you can take a bridge. You're going to lift those hips up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly we come down. Feel that back body really sinking in. And then maybe you extend one leg and then the other. Hollowing out the belly. You're going to let that back body release. The top body release. We release the feet, the ankles, the shin and calf. We move through the knees and into the thighs. We soften the glutes and pelvic belly. We release the lower back and navel. Mid back and solar plexus. Shoulder blades and heart. We lengthen through the neck. We soften the face. We notice the breath. And we want to feel that inhale travel up back body and the exhale come down front body, smoothing out the tissues. So that's that physical body. Maybe it smooths and quiets the mental body. Maybe it comforts that emotional body. We feel the work. We feel the smiles from the silliness of the dogs. Nice full breath here. Maybe we begin to move those fingers and toes. And if you're at home and you want to continue to lay there and stretch and move, that's fine. Or maybe we can begin to make our way to a seated position. We bend those knees. Maybe a little rock is going to help your lower back feel better. And then gently, maybe we pull those knees in and or roll to the right side of the body, feeling that work. Slowly from here, we come on up to a comfortable seated position if you feel like you can. Maybe you want to still hang out there for just a little bit. Slowly we come up. We allow the head to turn to the right. We allow the head to turn to the left. And back to the center. We bring the hands to the heart. We remind ourselves of all the amazing things we have in our life to be thankful for. Finding our breath here. Lifting pelvic floor, pulling navel in, nice straight spine so you're aware of that posture. Sitting up tall helps you stay in that present moment so you can focus on what you're grateful for. And we can send out love and kindness and compassion to others. Now, we're going to prepare to end the practice with an Om, and that's only if you're comfortable with that. Inhaling. Bowing forward. Namaste. Peace be with you. Go safely. Thank you for practicing with me and the dogs. Yay. I really, really enjoy our time together. And I want to just take this opportunity to use this as a format to say that I have made an effort not to over merchandise it, buy special lights. I just did get a microphone because it does help if you can hear. But to show you to practice, you just need yourself and a mat. You don't have to have props. You don't have to have a special space. Now granted, a special space is nice. You can leave your stuff up. It's kind of a dedicated space. But you can do it on the floor, in the kitchen, with the dogs. You can do it on the front porch, the back porch, wherever. Your practice starts here. You just need a mat, and you don't even really need a mat. A mat's just to help protect you from the floor. So my goal, hopefully, my intention was to show up for you every day and just be authentic. To show you we can do this, we can do it together, you can do it at home. All you need is yourself and the determination that I'm going to do this practice. I'm going to show up for myself. I'm going to just be present for my life. And so I appreciate that you join me every day at 9. It has been a great pleasure. Love you so much from my heart to your heart. Love you big. I will type a description and put all that donation information in there should you choose to do that. Give it some sort of fun name. If you want to put something in the comments, we can, like Waggy Wednesday or doggone fun or something. Whatever you want. I'll put it in there and I'll name the practice. Love you so much. Mwah. Bye.